I keep giving bad people good ideas.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. We're going to be talking about Wifisfuneral, another little music video. Promise this channel is not turning into a music channel, and I'm not turning into fucking some music review guy. I just like talking about music from time to time, and last video we were talking about a artist that was just blowing up named Judah Weston. It's actually kind of crazy. I think he's still under like 3K. And I was probably pretty right with him about to blow up because fuck, I look up his shit and it just pops up everything but his YouTube. I kind of hate when like I don't know, I hate when shit like that happens. Like you're looking something up and everything pops up besides the one fucking thing you will need. I'm trying to open up his channel real quick. Yeah, he's at about 3.5K. So again, back when I made my original video a couple days ago, about him, he was at like 3K. So he's slowly climbing up, and with his shorts, he's been uploading shorts. And I guess they're working with Lyrical Lemonade, and it makes sense that Lyrical Lemonade would hop on with them and try to get them some promotion. And I guess they did possibly a podcast thing with them, or you know, they do like a freestyle where they promote one of those songs, talk with Lyrical Lemonade a bit. So it's kind of cool to see him getting that promotion, and it's going to be kind of cool to see hopefully in the future with what Lyrical Lemonade does with it. And I with most rappers it sounds stupid, but once you get that Lyrical Lemonade collab, you're pretty much fucking nailed. Just don't fuck up your shit and you got a nice career. That's kind of how I've seen it since at least like 2015. But besides that, we want to talk about Wifisfuneral, and Wifisfuneral, I feel like it's a solid artist. Again, there could be a lot of controversies around his name over the years and shit. I feel like the biggest one is kind of like scamming, and I feel like a lot of artists sadly do that shit. But it really comes down to you just not being a dumbass and falling for that kind of shit. But again, with the scams and stuff, I don't know exactly every little scam he did, if he was scamming people for beats, whatever the fuck. I just see the normal classical scams with a lot of music artists. It's not even just rappers. It could go down to like OF pages, YouTubers. They'll like promote some dead product, or they'll promote some dead shit where it's like kind of like at the end of the day, if you give this company money, it's not like you're really hoarding the award, but you're not really benefiting yourself either. You know, it's just kind of like throwing your money into a void, pretty much. They'll promote shit like that, and that's the most common scam I feel like I've seen. But we're not really going to be focusing on that. I'm focusing more on the music side of shit. And I feel with Wifisfuneral, he's had a solid career in the underground. Again, he's never really exploded to the mainstream, I feel like, too much. And if he did, it was a little through X. And I'm not trying to say that, like, oh, he got his whole career built off of X. Like, again, his music's solid enough to kind of make his own, like, you know, like, kind of gravitate his own people to his music. Like, there's a lot of elements I see that he probably took from artists that he collabed with or worked with over the years and shit like that. But again, you could even look back, and even before he met X, or right around the time he met X, he still had that similar, like, aggressive style that you see maybe in X's shit and stuff like that. So I try not really go like, oh, he just blew up, oh, he copied it, did this, blah, blah, blah. Because, again, a lot of the shit, at the end of the day, if you look at the whole story, he was kind of in the game a little before X with DJ Scheme, and they were kind of doing their thing, and then they clicked up with X, and then that kind of spiraled into the whole members-only thing. And he did his good little run with members only. I feel like there was one time he jumped into a crowd. I think they were talking shit or whatever happened, or he was just trying to crowd surf. He jumped in and they just started stomping on his shit for kind of no reason. And he ended up being okay and shit, luckily. But again, I just kind of remember that back in the day and hearing about that and be like, what the fuck. But kind of talking more on the music side of things, I feel like he's dropped a lot of solid projects, and I'm actually surprised, and I'm not too sure if this is the only collab he ever did with Suicide Boys, but he did a collab with Suicide Boys, and this was dropped. I don't know when the actual song was fully dropped, but at least having it dropped on YouTube, it was released in 2021 on YouTube. And honestly, the song I Can't Fold with him collabing with Suicide Boys is like peak fucking Wifisfuneral. I don't know what the fuck. Dude, it's like they went into like, I don't know, like a pit of gold and mixed all of the like righteous and the right things you needed to make the perfect song. Again, I know music and shit is all like preference and shit like that, but again, I feel like with the song I Can't Fold with Wifisfuneral and Suicide Boys, it's definitely one of his top projects, and it's definitely a good ass song, and I definitely feel like you should check it out. And it's like maybe one of his more slept on songs a little bit, or at least on the Suicide Boys side of things, I feel like, because Suicide Boys has a whole bunch of fucking songs in their catalog that blew up. But at least, yeah, with Wifisfuneral, I definitely feel like that is one of his most solid songs that you definitely got to check out. And again, I feel like with a lot of his songs and shit, he kind of proves that he has the versatility. He can, actually rap and shit. I'm not trying to be like, oh, he's the best rapper ever, blah, blah, blah. But, like, with his music and stuff, you could actually see he can keep a flow. He can stick to a beat and shit like that. And, again, I don't know how much his engineers are really, working with making that shit sound like how it is. Because sometimes some artists will sound like complete dog shit. But they have fucking engineers made from fucking the thighs of God himself that can just make those dog shit somehow sound listenable. But again, with Wifisfuneral, he's been in the game forever, and I feel like a lot of his songs are like, really solid and pretty good. Where I'm like, okay, he kind of has the skill inside him. It's not just like a whole bunch of machines kind of just making him sound good and shit. Again, all artists are going to use auto-tune or, master the shit and kind of, edit things to make it sound a little bit more crystal clear. But at least with him, I feel like he could hop on a mic. And even if you don't have, like, it's a freestyle or it's a podcast or some shit, and you don't have all the fancy auto-tune and shit like that, it still wouldn't sound like shit. It wouldn't be like a smoke pop situation, hopefully. But, again, Wifisfuneral is an artist I feel like I've listened to over the years, but haven't been like die hard about. Like, I haven't followed every single step, but I feel like he's popped up in my timeline every here and there. I've tried to stay like following him on like certain platforms to kind of keep in touch with what he's doing and shit. And I feel like a lot of his early projects with X, or even before the whole X era, were really, really good. And a lot of his fucking projects now are good. He did announce like a retirement, I think back in like 2020, 2021. But as of right now, it looks like he's still uploading stuff. Maybe not as frequently, but he's still uploading stuff. So that's something. So again, I don't know how he's doing with the whole music shit, because I still see him here and there on like Instagram and shit. But yeah, no, again, I feel like Wifisfuneral is definitely a decent artist to go check out. He does definitely have some good songs, and I definitely feel like his early category of songs, or collection of songs, whatever you want to call it, are really good. Really, like, it kind of is shitty, and it's true with a lot of music artists. When they're hungry and they really want to make it, the music in the beginning is fucking peak and hella good. And then once they made it and they know, hey, I'm in a comfy position, my life's pretty good, the music kind of falls down a bit. Or they start listening to labels and shit like that, and the music kind of, turns B. But I don't know, I feel like with Wifisfuneral, he never really went mainstream. They never sounded like he signed it to any major big record labels, and he's just kind of doing his own thing and posting when he wants type shit. And I feel like, at least over the years, there are some projects here and there that I might end. This is kind of whatever, but I feel like he's always kind of stuck to the same solid style that he had in the beginning, where it's like anxious, screamy, kind of pissed off rap. And he's always kind of stuck with that. And not every song he makes is like, oh, I'm angry, fuck it, blah, blah, blah. He does have some more emotional music and some more like calmer shit. But again, with that, it even sticks to the same elements that he came into the game with. So I definitely would say he's definitely a solid artist who definitely go check out. I wouldn't say, oh, he's the best, oh, he's the next coming of Jesus, but I definitely would say he's definitely worth checking out. Definitely has some good fucking music that you guys might enjoy. And yeah, besides that, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye, guys.